Hello everyone and welcome back to the PPL. This is week 7 and this week we're facing the West Chan United, an unlawful exile, also known as Liam. Now me and Liam have always had pretty okay games. The last time I battled him, I believe it was back when I was in D1 Season 3, and I think that was the only game that one of the only games that I won. I think I won because of hacks. I don't remember. Either way. So, seeing his team, he brought the Starmie, the Weavile, the Electivire, the Aromatisse, the Seismitoad, and the Salamence. So, I actually was expecting, other than the Aromatisse, I was expecting his Heatran, maybe in place of maybe Weavile or Seismitoad. But it turns out he didn't bring Heatran, so that means my Porygon isn't walled too much by the Heatran. However, the Aromatisse is going to be a little bit hard to handle if I lose my Kartana early, so I just need to be careful. So I'm going to go over my team and what it is real quickly. So I have a Jolly Life Orb Kartana with Sacred Sword, Iron, or Steel Strike, Smart Strike, yeah, Smart Strike, Leaf Blade, and Sacred Sword. I have an Assault Vest. No, I don't have an Assault Vest Raikou. My Raikou set is a little bit crazy. So it's Magnet Rise, Calm Mind, HP Grass, and Thunderbolt. Now, Electivire kinda hurts that set. However, if I have the Magnet Rise, I can live any non-earthquake depending on my HP investment. I also have the leftovers, so I'll be gaining some HP up as I'm setting up the Calm Minds. Ideally, I would want to set this up on either the Seismitoad or the Electivire. It really depends on what I'm up against first, but I need to set up later and weaken things to be able to handle him. At +1, Raikou's Thunderbolt does 73% to a non-HP invested Salamence, and it pretty much OHKOs the likes of Seismitoad, Starmie, and Weavile. Electivire is gonna take like 36% from HP Grass, because they're probably going to have Motor Drive, so I won't be able to hit it that well. So Electivire is going to be a bit of a problem for the Raikou, but at the same time, I can work around it. The Porygon 2 is a mixed defensive, like always, with Discharge, Discharge, Ice Beam, Recover, and T-Wave for the Salamence, Starmie, and Weavile. Defensive Tapu Fini for the Salamence as well. Can take a decent amount of hits. I have Defog. I don't have Taunt because of Aromatisse. I have Surf. I have Moonblast. And I have one other move that I don't remember right now. And then I have a defensive Arcanine with Extreme Speed, Morning Sun, Flare Blitz, and either Close Combat or Crunch, one of the two. I believe it's one of those two. Maybe Wild Charge, it might be Wild Charge. And then I have a Icy Wind, Focus Sash, Destiny Bond, Spike Setting, Frostlass. So let's get this battle started. I'm going to lead off with my Raikou, as I predict him to lead off with his Seismitoad to get rocks up. And he does lead off with the Seismitoad, so this is a perfect chance for me to go for the Magnet Rise, and I do go for the Magnet Rise as he goes for the Earthquake. Now I have the chance to set up a Calm Mind as he knocks off my leftovers, which I wasn't as upset about earlier. Here I go for the HP Grass as he quad resists it, it doesn't worry. Now he baits me to go for the Thunderbolt here, and here a I was afraid of the Ice Punch because it would have hurt a lot, so I have a swap in for this, the Arcanine. So now he goes back into Seismitoad as I go for the Flare Blitz. And now I'm going to make a risky play. I'm going to pause it right here. I'm going to make a really risky play. So, seeing that my Arcanine is right here, my two swap-ins for this thing are Tapu Fini and Porygon 2. Neither of which wants their item knocked off. Tapu Fini wants the leftovers and Porygon 2 wants to keep his Eviolite. So I'm thinking he's going to go for the knockoff. He's going to knock off an item. He's not going to attack the Arcanine in case I have Will-O-Wisp. And I don't remember if I do or not. I don't think I do. Like I was saying, I'm predicting him to go for the knockoff. And I'm going to go into my Raikou here. So I go for the swap in for Raikou. And he makes a great prediction here. And goes for the Earthquake. And I lose Raikou turn 7. Unfortunately. Now I go into Kartana as I go for the Smart Strike. Now this is also another play. What I was thinking in my head, he's not going to bring Scarf Salamence. Scarf Salamence is not good against Tapu Fini. I don't think he's going to bring that. I thought he was going to go for the predict the Leaf Blade and go into Salamence to quad resist it. However, I was thinking, oh, he's gonna bring it in and it's gonna force me out, right? If I'm Life Orb, he doesn't know if I'm Life Orb yet. He doesn't know what I'm doing yet. So possibly he is Scarfed, but I didn't think he would because I have Tapu Fini. So turns out he is Scarfed and he takes out Kartana right there. So in the span of 9 turns, I've already lost 2 mons. I'm bringing in Tapu Fini. I go for the Moonblast. It gets some nice damage off on Starmie with the special attack drop. I'm gonna go double out into my Porygon 2. This is not favorable for him. I go for the Ice Beam. It's gonna do a decent amount to Seismitoad. He predicts me to go into my Tapu Fini. Unfortunate for me, I go into my Arcanine because it walls this thing 6 ways to Sunday as he goes for Electro Web. I don't know why he did that. Maybe he's predicting Frostlass. I can live the Earthquake, and I went for the Flare Blitz. Now, originally, me and Liam were playing on Wi-Fi. He had to DC, or he DC'd multiple times as we were trying to recreate the first battle. And the first time, I Flare Blitzed him and burned him, and then I killed him with extreme speed afterwards. Now, in this recreation, I just straight up kill him with the Flare Blitz. Now, it didn't matter too much to me because he died anyways. It just mattered a little bit because of the leftovers recovery that I gained from that. So, continuing on, he brings in his Starmie as I swap into my Porygon 2. And I believe this is where we stopped the recreation because it was like 16 turns in. He goes into his Aromatisse. I'm going to swap out into my Arcanine knowing it's probably going to go for a Wish. I can get a Morning Sun off. I need to keep this thing healthy. I get my Morning Sun off. It's very good for me. Very good for me since my leftovers on Tapu Fini is knocked off. I can't reliably rely on Tapu Fini. As he gets his Stealth Rocks up, I'm just going to go for the Defog. Here I go into my Porygon 2 as he goes for a Whirlpool and it misses. And I go for the Thunder Wave as he goes into Seismitoad. Okay, he had a safe swap into that regardless. I was just hoping maybe he'd stay in. I go for the Moonblast here as he gets his Stealth Rocks up again. He goes for Earthquake to get some damage. I believe I go for another Moonblast. And he goes for another Earthquake. And I think this turn I defog as he goes for another Earthquake. Now Tapu Fini's kind of low at this point, so I'm going to save it in case I need to defog later. I bring in Frostlass. I'm going to go for the Shadow Ball. And I get a special defense drop as he goes for knockoff. So now, this play, I'm predicting him to just kill me as I go for Destiny Bond, which means he brings in Weavile, and I still have the Destiny Bond up. If he kills me here, the Destiny Bond's gone. I go for spikes, knowing that chip damage on his entire team will be very nice. Arcanine can swap into this thing 10 times over as he goes for the knockoff. Knocks off my leftovers. He can't knock me out from any range here unless he flinches me. I go for the Morning Sun, and now I can kill this thing with an extreme speed. So 2 kills for Arcanine this time around, killing the Electivire and the Salamence. Now I need to swap out. I go into my Porygon 2, my swapping for this. Now I'm having a really hard time. I'm going to have a super hard time breaking through Aromatisse and Seismitoad. Now, this is a very crucial point. I can't take this thing out. There's no way I have a free way to take this thing out. I've pretty much already committed that I'm going to lose this game. I don't want to drag it out any longer. I just go for a Thunderbolt, because it doesn't matter whether or not I go for Ice Beam or Thunderbolt. They're about the same base power. It doesn't change anything. It doesn't really affect it all that much. So now I go for the Thunderbolt. It paras. He goes for the Wish. And this turn, he went for Protect. Now, unfortunately, because he went for the Protect, which is priority, and he got paralyzed because of it, he doesn't get the Protect off. And that also activates my Analytic, which is going to allow me to kill him anyways. Before, because he swapped out of Seismitoad into Aromatisse, the Ice Beam did a decent amount because I was Analytic. It didn't change anything. Since I went for the Thunderbolt, it wasn't going to kill. The Ice Beam wasn't going to kill. This time, since I was Analytic, either Ice Beam or Thunderbolt would have killed anyways. Now, because of that, it breaks Aromatisse down and allows me to kill it with the Ice Beam this turn. Now, if that didn't happen, there's a 100% chance I would have lost already. Now, here, he's going to bring in Weavile. He's going to double out, predicting me to go into Arcanine. And I do go into Arcanine as I get my rocks, or get rocks damage out on me. Now, here I'm able to sack off Frostlass, because it doesn't change anything, as he goes for the Scald. Now, I'm going to bring in Porygon 2, and go for the, I believe I go for the Recover, just to get some HP, as he Whirlpools me. I don't know why he did that specifically. Now I go for the Ice Beam here, and this is another crucial play because the Thunderbolt here, he swapped out. He's fine with that. Now he goes for the Earthquake. It's doing no damage at all. I go for the Ice Beam. It's doing okay. It's pretty much my neutral thing. It's my only move that I can hit the Seismitoad with. I'm going to swap out, predicting him to go for a knockoff. And it allows me to get Tapu Fini in to potentially get some damage off on something. So now I go for the Moonblast. Now, I could have gone for Defog there. However, the spikes I thought mattered a decent amount because it whittled down Seismitoad that I needed. Here, I go for the Ice Beam, and unfortunately for Liam, I've recovered. Now I believe I go for the Ice Beam as he goes for the Earthquake, and it's a crit Analytic boosted Ice Beam. So now that means this next Ice Beam is going to kill him no matter what. So he goes for the knockoff, and since he knocked me off with that item, this Weavile is gonna hurt. However, I can still swap into Arcanine and live any one hit. A Brick Break would have not killed me. A knockoff would have not killed me. An Ice Shard would have not killed me. And a Icicle Crash still would have not killed me. So, my play here was to go into Arcanine, get the Intimidate off, and then Extreme Speed it to lower it down so that Porygon 2 can take it out with a Discharge. He goes for the Icicle Crash. It cannot kill me here. I go for the Extreme Speed to get damage off, as he goes for the Knockoff to kill me this turn. Knockoff was his better play, but either way I would have lived those moves. Now Porygon, he goes for an Icicle Crash, which Brick Break was his play anyways. He should have gone for Brick Break. I don't know why he went for Icicle Crash. Brick Break still did more damage. Maybe he wanted to flinch me, but Brick Break was his better play to allow Starmie to take me out. However, I was going for a Recover this turn anyways, so I knew I could get to a healthy range to where he wouldn't kill me. So I go for the Thunderbolt. Oh yeah, it was Thunderbolt, not Discharge. Oh my gosh. Now, I pretty much, if he is Hydro Pump Starmie, he can take me out from this range with 2 Hydro Pumps. However, since he goes for the Recover, and then he goes for Scald, I've pretty much won here. Here, I make just a misplay. I just accidentally clicked T-Wave. It didn't matter at all. It didn't matter at all. I would have killed him with the Thunderbolt next turn anyways. But that last T-Wave did not matter. It was just an accident. So, with that, we actually win 1-0 against Liam. We have Porygon getting 4 kills this game. The second game that it's done that had gotten 4 kills. And then Arcanine getting 2 Extreme Speed kills, or 2 kills in this game, which is really nice. Liam played amazingly. He predicted me. I made dumb plays thinking he wasn't Scarfed, even though he was. And I did not deserve to win this game. Liam definitely deserved to win this game. Unfortunately, because of hacks, I won, but that's just how the game is. Now, we're currently, I believe, at 5-3 with a +5 differential. Next week, we are facing Alex Onesie Bonnet, so that's going to be fun times, fun times, because, fun fact, I've only ever been Alex once, and that was because of hacks. Oh my gosh, hacks. I'm lucky and bad for the win. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching. As always, I will see you guys next week, and enjoy.